Hello guys, welcome back to another RF1 video. In this one we're going to look at one-handed patterns. We're going to break them down for you, give you some examples, give you something to spice up your flow with. So without further ado, let's look at the first one. This one is an overhand pattern and it's called the wax off, nicely demonstrated here by Peter. As you can see, what Peter is doing is he's going to scoop his hand up before then catching it just by his elbow, bottom of his arm there, catching it there and then driving that elbow down with the lat, sending it behind him before finally adding another little beat behind his back, what you can see him doing just there. Also, take a look at Peter's stance as he's performing this pattern. He's stood fairly side on, and this is going to help him just get that bit of rotation required just before catching the rope with his elbow. And what he really needs to do in this position, he's showing us now from a different angle, is you need to turn, rotate the body to catch the rope and go with the rope almost before you drive it in the other direction. That's just going to help you catch it easier underneath the elbow. There you go. So he's just going to show us that again. There we go. Send it behind your back and the final little beat there to finish it off before you restart the pattern. Moving on, this is our second one-handed pattern for you to try. Keeping with the side-on stance this time, this one is a 3-beat pattern where essentially what Peter's going to do is on this beat here, he's going to lead with his shoulder, the elbow is going to follow and the hand is going to pronate as well, and he's going to drive that rope forward, all whilst using his footwork to just drive off that back leg there and put his weight on the front foot as he's bringing the rope over to the other side. So you'll see it's 1 beat on his left, 2 beats on his right. He's now just going to show us from a different angle. So let's have a look. There's 1 there, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Nice pronation of the arm. It's leading with the shoulder, elbow follows through. Okay guys, let's now have a look at our next pattern. This one is going to be a one-handed cheetah's tail, but to start off with, Peter's going to stay in that exact same stance that he has been. He's doing just 1 beat either side, stood side on, but that's going to set us up very nicely to move into this next pattern. So watch now as he's just ever so slightly turned himself now. He's got his back to the camera and he's just oriented himself around the rope to get himself in this lovely pattern here, this one-handed cheetah's tail pattern. He's just sending that rope behind his back and then returning it to the other side. So you see how basically all he's done is oriented his body, he's moved his body's position, yet it's exactly the same pattern as we've just seen in the previous ones. Okay, that's very good. And what you can do is you can always change hands whilst doing this pattern. As he's just done there, you can just pass that rope behind the back and swap hands, and that's going to set us up very nicely for learning things like the two-handed cheetah's tail as well, as you can see. Something that not many people actually cover as a way to learn the cheetah's tail pattern. So if you're struggling with it, perhaps you can give this a go, and that'll be a nice transition for you into the full cheetah's tail pattern. So give that one a go as well, guys. Great, so now let's have a look at it from this angle, this view. So going east and west now instead of north and south. Peter's, as you can see, he's pronating that hand over, the exact same pattern, and now he's turned his body facing that way. He's passing that hand behind the back, performing the one-handed cheetah's tail, and he's going to pass that rope over to the other hand if he wants to when he's ready. Change it over. Now this is a really nice one actually, because you're going to start to get used to having the arm or the hands behind the back, something that not many people are actually used to, and that's probably a reason why many people struggle with the cheetah's tail. So good to spend a bit of time in this pattern before you go on to learning the full cheetah's tail. Get used to your shoulder being in that position, and then when he's ready, if he wants, he can try grab the handles with both hands, and there you are, he's in the full cheetah's tail there. So a really nice pattern for you to try, guys. Give this one a go. Okay, let's now take a look at our next pattern. It's another brilliant one-handed pattern, which is essentially, you can call it the throw, or many people call it the cast. We're going to load up for our throw by swinging the rope. If we're standing in this side-on position that we've just seen, we're going to load up by swinging it across our body outwards. It's going to go behind our back there, And as it does that, that is the point when it reaches, you're going to bend the elbow. When it reaches that point behind your back there, that is the point where I start to turn my body. So the rope's going to get the midway point, elbow's nice and bent, I've got a nice stretch on the lat there. I'm going to rotate my body at that point, put my weight from my right leg over to my left, face this way, and extend. And the rope is going to want to follow its trajectory over to the other side of the body. So I'll show you that all again from the start. Let's load up for the throw. There, the rope follows over to the other side of the body. So all I'll do is just carry that on there to return it back to the start position. Let's have a look at that all again. I'm going to show you one complete rep. Just like so, okay? So load up for that throw. And you can add as many beats in between the throws as you like. So you can do the one there and throw. So one and throw. Or you can add another beat. So there's 1, 2, throw. You see, so up to you. You can add that in if you need a bit of time to reset before the next throw, just to get more comfortable with the throw, and so you don't feel like you're always returning to it too quickly. Now let's just have a look at that from another angle. I'm going to put my back to the camera and show you that from this angle. So I'm loading up there and launching the rope. So notice how the rope's coming behind my back there, it's essentially going over to my left hand side of my body, and then when it's thrown it comes over to that left hand side as well. So the rope's always staying on that side, except for when we reset, we come over to this side. So there, behind the back, wind up and release. Also watch my feet, how I'm going onto my back leg there, and then go over to the front leg, and then you can rotate the back leg as you launch it. Okay, this next one I want to share with you all is something I call uneven flow, and this is one that you can really make your own. So really the principle behind this is that we're going to be doing uneven beats. So a beat is essentially one tap on the ground, if you like, as the rope is rolling like that. We're going to be doing uneven beats on either side of the body. So for example, we can do 2 beats on my right and come over for the 1 beat on the left hand side of the body. Yeah, so there, Peter's already actually shown you this one where, you know, he led with the shoulder like that. So that is an example of that. Or we can do 2 beats on that side, come over to the one on my right, show you from the other side. So 1, 2, like that, as we've seen, or 2 on this side. But you can really mix it up. You can do 1, 1, 2, 2 this side, back to 1, 2, 1. Obviously you can do this underhand as well. Mix it up, change hands, get the beat, 1, 1, 2, 2 that side, 1. So as you can see, it's really up to you. You can make it your own, play around with it. There's lots you can do with this, and practice on both sides, and then obviously switch in between overhand and underhand as well. Really nice to get you warmed up. You'll see boxers perform this kind of move as well to get warmed up. Great for working your footwork, getting you light on your toes and that kind of thing. Now let's have a look at the last pattern that I want to share with you. This one I call the inside circle. If you're in the club swinging community, you may be familiar with this kind of pattern, where you're going to essentially stand in that side on position again. The rope's going to come across the body and we're going to scoop it from underneath like that. And we're going to get into this position here where I'm actually going to show you without the rope. I'm going to scoop my hand up and then, almost as if I'm like Elvis or John Travolta, scooping my hair like that. The elbow is going to come up nice and high, bend the elbow, and that is the point where I rotate the body out and then continue the flow. So let's show you that with the rope now. There, and then open up. And what you can do is add that beat in, add a pronation to finish it off. So again, there. So inside circle, get that shoulder joint moving. Now the key thing to focus on is just getting that elbow nice and high. Imagine you're drawing a circle as wide as you can with your elbow there. There we go. So I hope you guys like those patterns. Short but sweet, but full of brilliant things to include in your flow. Some nice concepts in there to spice things up a little bit, and obviously, as we've seen, this kind of flow is what sets the foundation, sets the basis for your flow. As we've seen with for example, the one-handed cheetah's tail, that's going to set you up to learn the full cheetah's tail eventually. It's going to help you improve your rhythm, and in ways that you probably don't even realise, but it's just going to help connect everything and get you to flowing at hopefully a bit of a higher level. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next one.